Welcome to the IndianExpress.com. The World Culture Festival today kicked off in the national capital, which has been caught in a controversy over the location of the event at the Yamuna floodplains. Sri today spoke in defense of the event at the inaugural function. The NGT today accepted a small portion of the fine imposed on the art of living. Amitabh, take us through what happened today.
See, the Art of Living Foundation probably would be relieved that finally the event has got off as planned. It survived the scare that was caused by NGT intervention into the case. It survived also very surprise rains that happened in the afternoon just before the event began. It's an open area and the rains would have caused a problem. And then, the Prime Minister came as planned, sat there for quite some time. Entire controversy, and you could see, you could realize the controversy was weighing on Sri Ravi Shankar's mind, because when he started speaking, somewhere in the middle of his speech, he did refer in a way to the controversy. He said something to the effect that some people are calling this a private party of Guruji, and they are probably right, because the whole world is my family, so it is sort of private party. But he was actually referring to the controversy. Earlier in the day, they had managed to please finally satisfy the National Green Tribunal in some way. The National Green Tribunal, you would remember, had asked for 5 crore fine to be deposited before the event began. Today, they took a plea that they are not in a position. The Art of Living Foundation said, we are not in a position, we are a charitable organization, we are not in a position to pay 5 crore upfront, so please accept a lesser amount, 25 lakh, which the court agreed to do. Therefore, the rest of the money will be done later. I mean, the case is still to be decided, but the court agreed to take 25 lakh rupees fine and allowed them to go ahead with the event.
Modi at length spoke at the event. Earlier in the day, you had senior leaders Rajnath Singh and Venkaiah Naidu speaking in support of the event. What did the senior leaders of BJP tell about the event?
Yes, so again, like Art of Living Foundation probably, has sought to, it can probably claim that the embarrassment of President Pranab Mukherjee withdrawing from the event has been overcome by lots of BJP leaders openly offering their support to the event and to Sri Ravi Shankar personally. The Prime Minister spoke very glowingly about the work that is being done by Art of Living Foundation. He spoke in supporting Sri Ravi Shankar personally also. We saw Venkaiah Naidu tweeting in support of the function, calling it a cultural event and India's pride and all that. Rajnath Singh supported it. 2 days earlier, we actually saw Uma Bharati also coming out in support of the event, even though her, Yamuna floodplains protection is supposed to be part of one of the functions of the Water Resources Ministry herself. But she on a personal note, she came out and said, as a social activist and as a politician, I would back this cultural event. So the BJP leaders are actually falling in line, and they are all supporting Sri Ravi Shankar's endeavor. So.
You were at the event, and you've also seen the scale at which the event has been organized. You've also spoken to the experts. Give us more information about the environmental concerns the experts have raised.
See, I don't think there is any doubt over the fact that that location is not the place to hold any such event. Not just an event of such a massive scale, but any such event, I mean, you don't organize events right on the floodplains or riverbed itself. So, and it doesn't actually need an expert to tell you that it's going to damage the river. The extent of the damage, of course, has to be assessed, but quite clearly the experts, whoever, and the activists you talk to, they'll tell you the problem is because the the surface has been hardened. It has been the boulders have been run. It has been hardened. One of the essential, very important functions that a floodplain does is it recharges groundwater, and if you harden the surface, the water doesn't seep below. So that gets affected. So in that area where you have machines that have gone there, that area you'll have problem of groundwater recharge. Now floodplains are also the place which absorbs excess water when it comes into the flows into the river. So that ability to absorb water, it decreases. So what happens is if there is a flood-like situation tomorrow, that area would become much more flood prone than it probably earlier was. There are other problems also, problems of biodiversity, probably problems of some vegetation loss that has happened. The natural gradient of river has been disturbed. So those kind of problems have been there. The actual extent of what has happened will take a proper assessment exercise. Assessment needs to be done, and that is what the NGT committee has been asked to do. That is what they have been asked to do. So we'll have to hear from them what is the extent of damage.
Thanks, Amita. Thanks so much for watching the Express.